Well, hello, Gemini. I've already pre-shuffled your cards, so let's get right to the reading, all right? It's been an interesting summer. I mean, things are starting to pick up. And things are starting to get a little more clear, although nothing is ever perfect. Why can't things be perfect? I have no idea. And if you know the answer to that, please hit go to the comment section. You tell me. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm being a little silly right now. Okay. So, I feel so intensely when I do these readings that I sometimes have to lighten it up a little because as my collective grows, I feel the intensity of what everybody's going through. So, you're a page of swords, but you're not feeling like you almost feel like the magic of the universe isn't quite there for you right now, and you're not feeling like you can look at it with that childlike wonder right now. You want to just race in and communicate, maybe throw your arms around your person and tell them how you feel, but communication right now, it seems a little stifled, and it pains that inner child in you that wants that love. You know that your person is capable of being vulnerable with you, but you don't sense that they're doing that right now. They seem a little, the distance isn't really the correct word, and I think you know it. I think you know in your heart that, the strength they're showing isn't about not letting you in. It's just that without any clarity, it's hard to know. In the upright, this Nine of Wands suggests that a person is just, this is how you see your person, just kind of looking at everything going, why am I being so firm on all this, right? But you're not sure if that's what's going on with them. So all you're seeing is the firmness of it, right? You're a King of Wands. Okay, Gemini, you must be feeling pretty hot these days. You're looking good. People are sensing it. Or you're very magnetizing even if you don't feel like you could win any beauty contests. But that's all in the eye of the beholder, as you know. But what's important about this King of Wands is there's a sense of not really having to be with someone or having to be with your person. But the thing is that I think you're good, independent, but you like that person in your life, and you feel more magnetic and more exciting inside when you have that partnership or that relationship with your person that just excites you, right? You're afraid of getting your heart broken, probably because you're not sure about the reasons why there's kind of some boundaries and some lack of vulnerability here. This is a worldview card. So, in the upright, I would have said, you're having troubles with worldview with your person, but perhaps you're wondering, maybe that has something to do with it. I mean, there's a lot of upside down cards here because I think you're a little in the dark as to why your person is putting up some strong boundaries, and it might just be for practical reasons, but you just don't know it. If your person has really strong opinions when it comes to his or her worldview, that could come into play as to why it's happening. And I'm not sure if that would be a relief to you, because then you'd know, okay, it's just that, or if it worries you because that can be a huge. I mean, if you're fundamentally looking at things differently, it can always cause an issue in the long term. But I think this has more to do with just wanting to know. You're wondering if your person sees you as having the world with them. Well, this goes along the lines of what we've been talking about. You know, since we've had a lot of that kind of energy going on, let me stop and take a look at your overall energy here. Your Page of Wands. Okay, you're not willing, or you're a little afraid that there's not enough magic to really come in with any strong communications, like, you know, with childlike wonder, that magic between two people. But you do see the ability to come in with passion. So you're handling it by being being in a very naive state, not judging, not making any assumptions about that, which is wise. But there's a point where if you're walking on eggshells, you have to wonder. So hopefully this person is worth it. You always have the choice to say, you know, to heck with this nonsense. But for now, this is a weekly reading, so there's no absolutes going on here unless you feel it's necessary. You're definitely handling it with a light touch. You don't want to come in too heavy with those types of communications. I think you see your person as being very practical and wanting to have the kind of relationship with you that makes sense, that's practical, that could even lead to marriage, right? And so probably one of the reasons that you're dealing with the eggshells a little bit, because if it's new enough in the relationship, or you're starting over again, and have had past experiences with this person or another, whatever the case may be, you're not feeling a strong footing on this, and you want to handle it right. And this is one of the main reasons that you're motivated, because you do see that potential, right? And here's the thing: you're worried that you're not weighing all the things in your life evenly, because this is taking up a lot of your energy, and understandably so. It's very draining to have to, guess what's going on with a person. But on the other hand, there's that fine line, and I'm not going to tell you where it is. But I will tell you one thing. Regardless of what's going on with this person, if you know that you're not going to walk away, as long as there's no clarity, and you're waiting for some circumstances or whatever the case may be to get that clarity, then just do you for now. Don't think about all this. No sense in dwelling on a bunch of things that you don't know anything about. You can rest on some of the strengths that you feel you have with this person, and just, since it's not like you're going to go meet someone else in the meantime, so you might as well just defocus. That is my best advice. Let's see what your person's thinking. And always good to see what your person's thinking. All right. And overall energy. Okay. Okay, your person is feeling a little bit like they don't have a lot to give right now. Perhaps they're being pulled in so many directions that they're just trying to hang on, right? I don't see that card as miserly. I know that some readers do. I just don't. I think that they see fertile ground for a really practical relationship with you. And I know that these aren't a match. I mean, the Hierophant and the Empress. But what I like about it is that you're seeing this person as as possibly thinking of you for the real thing. And check it out, they are. So, and they see you coming in with actions towards them, and they're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. But they do know, one of the things about this card, how I read it, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't, except for there's one good thing about that. They don't question that this is what they need to do. I mean, they can't just walk away, because they're too, since they're damned if they do and damned if they don't, they know they have to see it through. This is just too important to them. Your person is a Queen of Pentacles. I could have probably seen that with what you were thinking about them. They are very capable of offering, very, very strong resources. They're good providing resources, whether it's love, coin, or stability, whatever. They are that, and they can be very good in relationship, in partnership. So they are worried, perhaps because of the actions that, maybe because you're feeling a little insecure, some actions are coming through. They're worrying that there's something toxic about that. So they shouldn't, but put it this way, I wouldn't worry too much. It's natural for someone to question it. It's not natural for them to conclude it, right? But they have not concluded that. It's just something that they consider, right? I'm not saying that you should stop what you feel you need to do, but based on the advice, when I gave you advice, I can see how it might be wise to just step back and let life play out without needing to know if it's going to work out or not. Something is going on that's going to take time, I guess. But again, you have the right to walk away. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's only so much eggshell walking that that a person is willing to do. And if this is nonsense, then you got to do what you got to do. So, but it probably won't happen if you try to push too hard, right? Your person sees you as someone they can definitely come to agreement with and be reasonable with. So that's probably why they're not too worried about this. It's not in the upright, because they actually see that you seem pretty solid, like someone that they could have partnership with, right? Even when we talked about the Hierophant, also not the match for the Justice card, but again, there's marriage suggestion here. So there's a potential there, right? They don't want to feel trapped and stuck in a situation. So, that's probably why, let me look at the verticals here. They have a lot to give. See the potential for the ground. Want to have yeah. Okay. So I think that once you guys work out the details, then this person feels like they won't have to worry about this. And but whether there's some issues from the past, or between you both, if you've been together before in a past life, or whether or not it's from previous relationships with other people, your person does see you as having some type of baggage. And I don't want the word baggage is really not as negative as it sounds. There are certain I don't think, look, who wants to get involved in a relationship with someone who's perfect and has no life experience? Is bound to blow up. So these things are workable. This is actually, if you look at it that way, some of this is good. Okay. I'm not seeing they possibly, what it is the worries that they have about the toxicity is ultimately what they see is that you have a little baggage. You might have a little insecurities from past relationships that might be showing up. And if this is not you, don't worry about it. Sometimes these messages are for the people who need to hear it the most. And this is not a judgment. Your person is not judging it either. They're just seeing how these things could be working out. I don't know what's holding them up. Maybe I'll pull an extra card to see what was going on. Okay, if this were in the upright, I would say your person's a powerful manifester and that they are manifesting you. But I think they're feeling a little stifled right now. So something is standing in the way. Let me see. I'm going to pull an extra card, or I'll pull 2, 3 if necessary till I have a clarity. What is going on with this person that, is it just timing? I mean, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, well, it's upside down, but they see the potential of that perfect union with you. They are not they're not enlightened enough. You know what it is? I think your own person is a little insecure because they know they need here to start looking at things in a new way. I think that you surprised them. I don't know that they were looking for this when they first started out with you. It might have been, come in for something hot and heavy, but they're seeing, wow, this person could be this. Maybe I need to step it up. But that takes a lot of work, and they're not going to do it overnight. So no wonder you're getting a lot of confusing signals and whatnot. They're not manifesting you quite yet. So now I'm not saying that that's all there is to it. There could be things in their lives that's hindering them from getting to this point. They could have issues with, well, let's see. What kind of issues could be standing in the way with them moving forward with that? They don't have the resources right now to start with that. So whether it's money, proximity, timing, or whatever, there's something going on. I wonder what is the Hermit? So the Hermit tells me a lot. They themselves don't understand it. No wonder they're confusing you. They themselves are confused. I don't know if you want to put up with it, but the Hermit does suggest to me that your person is willing to look at things in a new way. But they don't really know the right questions to ask. And until they're not going to jump into something and end up in some messy situation. Not that they think that you are. This is just the potentiality. This could be that it's not even have anything to do with you. It could be just that they're afraid of the toxicity of jumping into a relationship that they weren't looking for, and boom, So it may not even be a reflection of who you are or their fear of your toxicity. Maybe it has nothing. Maybe they totally understand why you're coming in with action and whatnot. They just don't know what to do with it right now, and until they do, they're probably gonna tread water with you. All right. Well, like I said, up to you. We're all at different points in your life. I think as I get towards the higher numbers in life, as a nice way to put it, I think that being true to me is really being true to how I feel. And if I'm not ready to move away from something, even if I'm walking on eggshells, then what I need to do is accept that I'm going to be in that place and quit walking on eggshells and just learn to be in that energy until I get the clarification that I need and deserve, right? Make sure I have room. I think I have room there. Okay. That's just my personal view. You don't have to listen to me personally or anything. The cards aren't saying that. It's just me. But I am the reader, so you might want to if you like the reading and you feel connected to it. Yeah, you already knew from your overall energy. Right? We were talking about this, that you wanted to be playful and whatnot, right? Until you could have some more other types of communications, just keep it in the playful energy. And that seems to be something that works for your person until they get in touch with this Hermit and figure out what's going on inside themselves. You guys are going to have some time together. So this probably be the best time not to push any subjects with them if they haven't quite made, but the fact that they'll spend time with you and trying to figure you out until they get to this place. There's no sense staying away from you in the meantime, right? That makes sense. And then children. This could be literal children. They could be yours, his. Maybe you were together before and you had children together. But I think that this could be if you guys have children, that could have something to do with why so much consideration is needed to make sure you guys are making wise decisions, right? Now, it also could have to do with childhood trauma, but I am thinking that there are actual children. But if there's no actual children and this story seems all about you guys, but there's no kids involved, then there's an inner child that you're dealing with in that case. Or it can be both, but I feel strongly it's actual children. So let's see, what is your person kind of thinking? How can you love me? I never treated you right. I fear you wouldn't like me if I wasn't that guy anymore, even if I could be better. So, yeah, your person's feeling the insecurity. Like I said, I don't think it's necessarily the toxicity is something that they're worried about. You, in case, is that the toxicity of the relationship if they're not, right? And they question who you are because why would you want to deal with all this, right? And I know that's so unfair. That is just so unfair. So, but don't worry about it. You do you. You honor your feelings. Don't go looking for someone else to get over it, that kind of thing. You know better than that, I hope. At least I would think so, right? Just that I've done stupid things like that. So just trust me. Take it from me. That's the worst thing you can do. You know what? If you do you, you'll either come out the other side of it with your person or without them and capable of going in a new direction when you're ready. And that's it. Please hit like and subscribe if you like it. And if you dislike it, and it's because it's not your story, but please don't dislike for that reason. Please go see your sign in Venus, your Venus placement. And hopefully that's the energies you're playing in. In terms of love life, I highly suggest your Venus placement as the other possible energies you're playing in. Then, and I don't mean play, but you know what I mean. And if you dislike something else, please put in the comments what it's about so that I understand the dislike. Thank you.